A conversation with what many of us need right now, a counselor, psychologist, a life coach. Ladies and gentlemen, Ms. Ali Gui.
Magandang araw sa inyong lahat. And everyone, hello. You know, sa dami ng tagapakinig nyo, hindi na natin alam kung morning, noon, or night. So hello everyone, hello and welcome sa ating mga chikahan today. Thank you for inviting me.
Lahat tayo, no, may stress, may pinagdadaanan na anxieties. Nakakatulong ba yung pag-usapan itong mga anxieties and stress natin sa kapwa, sa mga kaibigan, sa mga kamag-anak natin, mga kasama natin sa bahay? Or is it more helpful to try to block them from our minds, try to, forget about, these sources of our anxieties and just try to, take care of plants and wag na natin banggitin sa kapwa itong mga nararamdaman natin?
At bakit hindi ko ka babanggitin? Babanggitin ko. Wait, our body, our mind is not a trash can. Ngayon sabi ko, anything you internalize it needs to also be released. Diba? Walang iniba. When you put a glass, tapos pinuno mo lahat ng tubig, you still have to bawasan mo for new and fresh water to come in. It's very okay talaga to tell how you feel to people who really will care. But you also should be responsible to whom you tell your issues about your life to people. Some people are responsible. Some people are just simply marites. Okay? So be very, very careful whom you say your issues to. Before the pandemic, my heaviest burden is September, October, November, boom, December. That's why I cannot travel December. Okay, if I can travel, maganon lang. Okay, anyway, why? Because there's such a thing as seasonal affective disorder. Why September? Because I already have very heavy booking. Because for December, many of our Filipinos are flying in for the holidays and going to meet up with their families here in the Philippines. And this caused a lot of anxiety and depression because during reunions, family members do not understand what depression is. They will say, oh, bakit hindi ka sa mga kamag-anak mo? Don't you like to, you're so disrespectful. Not fully understanding that, hey, this person has seasonal affective disorder. These are the months na highest, and anxiety and depression and suicide. Okay? Because this is the month wherein we are supposed to be happy, we are supposed to be jolly, all the supposed to be positive, neglecting that some individuals do not feel that way. Iba naman na yung namatayan ako. Iba yun talagang may pinagdadaanan kang mental health issues. Okay? And it's added pressure to them. Kaya, before they fly, they go to where they're supposed to go, they check in na with me. Kali, can we have 3 sessions or 4 sessions bago ko mawindang? Sure, because the pressure is so much. That's why it's the month na talagang people are, feeling the anxiousness. If we see someone sa party, lalo na sa ganyan, let's not try to assume na, oops, hindi ka nag-enjoy sa party. Because Howie, that's the first thing we'll say, oh, pare, hindi ka ba nag-enjoy? Oh, pinsan, hindi ka ba natutuwa? Nakita mo si lolo't lola? That's added pressure to the person. Diba? I would like to go back to what you say. Kamusta ka? Just say kamusta ka. Okay na yan. You don't have to conclude na, oh, pare, hindi ka ba nag-enjoy? Hindi ka ba masaya nakita si mama? Hindi ka ba masaya? No, those are added pressures. And we're not supposed to do things like this. Especially right now, for example, not only me, a lot of people also I know lost also their loved ones. Tapos we will ask them to join the party and to be the judge. Parang labo, di ba? Parang kamamatayan lang nila. Let us just be careful and sensitive. But, I will tell you, if you see relatives or friends in the party who you think is not enjoying, step back. It's not that they're not enjoying. Maybe they will enjoy more if you don't pound on them. Okay? Just step back. Allow them to feel. And do not tell them how to feel. Kasi iba yun, let them feel on their own than telling them this is how you should feel. Magkasama tayo family, tapos ganyan ka, lalong added pressure po yun.
Or how about seeing somebody who is not as happy as the others at a gathering? Pwede bang lapitan yon and banggitin yon na parang malungkot ka? Is there something you want to talk about? Pwede bang gawin 'yon, or just wag na lang pakialaman, or ignore that temptation to ask that person about what they're going through in case they're having a problem?
Sometimes less is more. Always remember, you want the person to know, eye contact, smile. Alam mo sa beauty contest, di ba tinitingnan yung smiling eyes? Smile. Just make the person understand that you know they exist, that you are there, that you care for them. No need to ask. Or if you want to say, oh, kumusta? Ganon. But don't conclude na hindi ka nag-enjoy, no? Kamusta? Ox ba yung food? Yan. Simple lang. But don't say, just because someone looks lonely, pare, gusto mo ba mag-usap tayo? Paano kung ayaw ka niya makipag-usap? Kaya nga siya pumunta, napilitan na nga lang pumunta, may pinagdadaanan na nga siya. Tapos tatakutin pa natin sa mga ganyan burdensome questions.
Okay, but how do we know if someone really needs to talk to someone and would actually appreciate that you asked him or her if something is bothering them, and would they want to talk about it? Are there situations like that, and what are the signs na pwedeng lapitan if that makes sense in particular situations?
If the person starts talking. But if the person doesn't start talking, don't start the conversation that way. Because for after all, we do not know where the person is coming from. And the person has all the right to talk when he is ready to talk, and not to disclose when he's not ready to disclose. So when you extend patience to another person, you are actually extending love and care for that person.
I mean, how easy is it to achieve post-traumatic growth? We're living through a trauma. We're living through a crisis that's affecting not just our health, but almost everything about our lives. No, how do we process this so we come out better persons?
Number one, nandyan, the word there is you have to be intentional. Okay? You have to be intentional, wanting to grow from that painful experience. Remember, we all have a choice. We reap the result of the choices we made. Diba? Some people would rather wallow in self-pity and always blame their parents because their parents brought them out like this, instead of improving on themselves. Yes, I think it's not because resiliency nila mas mataas. Maybe, okay, mataas ang resiliency factor nila. Maybe, faith nila mataas. But the thing is, may motivation to improve from a sad state to a positive state. There is the intention and wanting to do it. Kasi you can always have the intention of just blaming. But the growth is ikaw yun. You have to want to grow. You have to be intentionally to make yourself grow. It's really a process, a very hard but a very courageous process to do.
Hi, I'm Howie Severino. Check out the Howie Severino Podcast, an original for GMA News and Public Affairs. New episodes will stream every Thursday. Listen for free on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and other platforms.